So, Franz Kafka's Metamorphosis. I'm going to be putting a lot of different cute animal pictures in here just so that we don't get too depressed. To me, is a book about isolation and being abandoned and being treated like a burden. And to me, it was very parallel to what I was going through at the time, which was coming to terms with my disability.
Cute animals, stay happy, stay happy.
So, Gregor wakes up one morning, and from what I understand, he turns into a giant roach or a beetle. I like to think roach. And he can barely move. And his family is disgusted. And his family is very upset. Because not just, hey, he turned into a roach and we have to take care of him now. But also, he was making all the money. And now they all have to go out and get jobs. I mean, they could have all worked before, they just decided not to. And he reflects upon his life as a traveling salesman about all the people he's met that didn't really mean anything to him because their interactions were so fleeting.
Cute animals, stay happy, stay happy.
And they start taking things out of his room to try to make it better, but he was very upset about it. And at one point they just started using his room as a storage room to help it make ends meet. They have two tenants come in who they entertain and who feel like nothing they do is good enough. Like the family is good enough, and then when they meet Gregor, they want to leave and they want their money back. And at one point, Greta, his sister, throws an apple at him in such a place that it severely hurts him, and it's hard for him to eat, and he rarely eats, and he's chased around by his father. It's just awful. So he's stuck in this room, and he doesn't want to eat. He feels like he's a burden on his family, and he just stops eating and dies. And then the family's pretty happy about it.
Cute animals, stay happy, stay happy.
I found out I was disabled September of 2017. And I was working at Amazon. I'd already been disabled for mental health reasons, but I was like physically disabled now. I eventually had to leave that job for obvious reasons, but it was just a mess. I got injured at one point. It's a mess. So I got this job sitting down at a desk doing IT. And I was by myself 30 hours of the 36 hours I worked. And of the 6 hours that overlapped with other people's schedules, actually when I first started it wasn't even that. I didn't even have 6 hours that overlapped with their schedules. I never saw anybody. Except when I was at school, where I had a professor who was very ableist and really didn't want to do any of the accommodations for me for testing, which was great.
Cute animals, stay happy, stay happy.
And they switched my schedule, and so then I had 6 hours overlap with people. And I definitely was not made to feel like one of the team. Not just, oh hey, by the way, I only have 6 hours with you guys, but also, by the time they switched my schedule, I was the only girl. And there were a lot of older male guys, and definitely sexism was definitely there. As I stayed, I realized I was becoming progressively more disabled. And then I got pregnant. I got pregnant earlier than I thought it was going to be, and I love my son. He is great. Boss wasn't too happy about it. And nobody else seemed really happy about it. I mean, they were happy at first, but then they were like, hey, are you going to get a house? Are you going to get a van? Just all these expectations. And at the time, and still actually, I'm helping my husband. I'm putting him through college. And I had to find enough money to save up for maternity leave because this is America. Good luck with paid maternity leave. I just didn't have it. And also, our car was falling apart, so I also had to find money to save up for a car. And also, after we bought the second car, it immediately got totaled, and the guy didn't have insurance. So, in the course of 9 months, I had to save up money for 2 cars and enough money for me to have maternity leave. While I was pregnant, I lost so many friends because, oh, hey, you're having a baby. We hate babies. Or, hey, you're fat. You should lose weight while you're pregnant. And I'm like, ah ha 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 ha. So, bad news. And, I mean, my husband and I, we've had problems. But, basically, the entire time I was pregnant, I was by myself. Except with people online. And as I got more and more pregnant, that compounded with my disability. And I could barely walk, and I had to get a cane. So I was very visibly disabled now.
Cute animals, stay happy. Stay happy.
Everyone was very not happy about it. My husband understood, but everybody else was very not happy about it. And when I finally had my son, a good many of the days after my husband's paternity leave overlapped with him going back to school, very many of the days I was alone with my son. And even now at the job that I have, I'm alone all day, but I've been doing alone all day for years. This is basically the only job I can do, is sitting on my ass and doing IT. Because I actually did try, after maternity leave, to do something else. They didn't tell me what the physical requirements were at the interview. And so I kind of got backed into a job that I physically could not do. And, yeah, I did try. I tried really hard. But this is all I can do.
Cute animals, stay happy. Stay happy.
So, I've never seen an interpretation of Gregor's plight in Metamorphosis of being like, oh, hey, this is what it's like to be disabled sometimes. Because it is very isolating. There's some disabled people who, because their apartments don't have any, like, accommodations, like ramps or elevators, that they're trapped in their homes. I was very much trapped. And because of my attitude with things, we're so glad you're here, but oh God, you're here. Like, thank you for bringing this child into our life, but we really don't want you here. At least it was like that for several months. And, it just is what it is. This book is very personal to me. Thought I'd put this out here, because I've never seen an interpretation of, hey, this is what it's like to suddenly become disabled. I just want to put in here that I am mostly better now. I'm just having a hard time getting over the past 3 years, but I'm not in the same state of mind.